It's Mike here. I wish I would have some better news for you, but unfortunately, once again I'm talking about the Laoshu channel and about our friend Moses. So, if you haven't seen it, I've uploaded on my channel a 1 hour Instagram video that Laoshu published like 1 or 2 days ago, where he keeps talking about Mark again. And I was hoping that they are able to make peace, and after a while I didn't see anything. I thought that would happen, but unfortunately no. Mark has remained mostly silent. He published another video where he mostly talks about some other issues, but I also listened to that, and in that nothing significant. He just little bit defends his position. And Moses, he put out that 1 hour Instagram video, and I have to say that in Instagram it's really inconvenient to watch those videos, so I just go ahead and download it, and I upload it on YouTube too, because I didn't see anybody uploading it. And it is public. Like, now the Instagram page is private, but he has many followers, and it was made as a public address, and there was comments and everything at first. But anyway, listening to that, I listen to it, I even watch it, I focus on it. But unfortunately, mostly he repeats what we heard during those 4 freaking hours of previous videos. So now I have listened to Moses and little bit of Languagebe, about 5 to 6 hours about this case. So you know, even I am starting to be like a bit traumatized. And you can hear on my voice I might be a little bit tired. Where I am, it's not the night, but it feels like the night after these videos. Anyway, he talks to the chat a little bit in the beginning and in the end, and the comments were still open yesterday when I saw this. And the comments, of course, they were saying that what we have been telling Moses, what I've been saying, what everybody has been saying, and it's these 3 points that everybody is saying to Moses. Stop right now, make peace offline with your brother, have all the discussions you need to have, but just have peace. Brothers don't never need to fight. And then this female Languagebe, she's trouble. Everybody is saying this in some way. Some are friendly, some are hostile, but most of these people, they actually like what Moses is doing. They like him as a person the same way I do. He's a very nice guy, intelligent guy, talented guy. Like, we can all have some criticism of how he does his things, but he is a talented guy, he's a hard worker, he makes a living. And he has been through a lot with the justice system that is not right. When it comes to divorces, it's not fair. But anyway, now he's making a lot of mistakes, and all that goodwill is starting to disappear the longer he keeps up. So Languagebe, his fiance, and he was even talking about marriage on this one. And I just have to say, like, run! Run, Moses, run! Like, come on. Like, you just survived one horrible divorce, and now you're getting married again after dating this woman only since February. Like, I don't think he's getting married right now, but even like fiance and everything, nah. That is not the way to go. Please, don't do that. Because if Mark is not gonna be there next time, I don't know how you're gonna survive the next divorce. And like, you have kids and everything, the kids are young, come on, focus on what you already have. That's just my message. But anyway, even if you do that, you know, be careful with this woman. Because like, as we're gonna go into it, in this new video, we don't see Languagebe at all. We only see Moses. But at least once, Moses turns to him and addresses her, turns to her and addresses her. So she is right there. And like what some other guys have been saying, I don't remember the channel names right now, but many other people have been saying the same thing. Like, she is manipulating him, just like Mark said. And that is so true right now. Like, he is talking, and it seems like he is talking to us. And it is his thoughts too. But it's so obvious they have been prepping, and now he's talking to the camera. Like, he's not reading from notes or anything, he's speaking from his heart, but it's not really real, because they have been prepping before, and that woman is right there sitting, watching. It's creepy as very creepy, I have to say. And then Moses talks badly about all his day one friends. He talks bad about people that according to him have been close to him more than 20 years, for decades. Sorry, I had to take a sip of some cocoa. Anyway, he only compliments some online people who help him out. Some Indian guy and some other guy, and of course those guys do something. But the reason those guys don't want to get involved in this is because their livelihood is at stake, it seems like. He didn't go into all details, but they make some benefit of this, or it's just a hobby or something. So they don't want to risk it, and they don't know Moses, so they are just like, okay, whatever you say. And the day one guys who are critical of him, like Marcel, who used to run the Discord that was closed, and all these other guys, and Mark, they care about him. And when you care about the person, you are willing to risk the benefits you get from that person. It's like when your friend wants to drive drunk. If you take the keys away, you risk having a conflict with him, but you do it because you care about him. If you just tell him like, yeah, you are fine, go ahead and drive, then you are too scared to risk the relationship, and you don't really care fully, because you just allow him to damage himself. And like they are just giving advice, and like they notice that all of a sudden this guy Moses is turning against everybody. And what is different from now that was last year? The only difference is this woman. And I think Mark and some other people who imply something like that, they are completely wrong when they say that like she was sent by someone. No, she wasn't sent. It's just that like, and according to Moses, he seek out for this woman. That can very well be true. But what happened is they get into relationship, and now this woman wants to own him. And you know, we have all seen this kind of toxic relationship. That's just how it goes. Sometimes the man, sometimes the woman, they come and they want to own you. And they just do it in a clever way. And you don't notice nothing. It's like, you might know that old song like, when a man loves a woman. Anyway, that song. If you listen to the lyrics of that song, it makes so much sense so often. Like, in that song it says, he'll turn on his best friend if he puts her down, if he criticizes her. And it's exactly what happened here. It's just amazing. Like at first I thought it was more complicated, but now it is so obvious. It's just all because of this woman's influence. But that also makes me think that there is a way for Moses and Mark to come back together. Because I don't know. Because I don't know them personally, but I hope Mark is a forgiving person, so he will realize what is happening when Moses finally opens his eyes, hopefully soon. And some other things that Moses talked about. Because his channel has quickly risen like to a very high level, he talks about the trouble of managing the channel, and this is the most sympathetic that Moses goes on this video. Like I can understand that all of a sudden you make a lot of YouTube money. He doesn't go into details, but we know he make a lot. There's no copyright material, nothing, is all produced by, all created by him. He pays some people a little bit to help him out. You know, he has a lot of views, millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views. He keeps like re-uploading within different ways, and he has all those catchy titles and everything, and that I actually like. So he has hired multiple people, some of his friends, and it gets messy, and I understand that. And to me, it is believable that there might be some, because he said that he sent an email. I don't know if this is true or not, but he said he sent an email to everybody working for him. Tell me what you have been doing for the last 3 months. And some of his friends did not respond to that according to him, but the guys who are more distant, they respond and they explain what they do and everything. So I understand. It could easily happen that you work for your friend and you know, things get a little bit too comfortable. So that might happen. But we know that Mark, he has been working on this legal case enough to get financial support where it's morally justified. Because you know, like, real lawyers would cost so much. I don't know if Moses can afford. Maybe he can afford, probably he can. But it's just gonna cost him so much more, and they're not gonna be as passionate as his brother is. So I think his brother has done a good job with that, even though I don't know all the details. But anyway, now I would like to ask anybody listening, if something like this would happen with your friend, what would you do? Like your friend all of a sudden turn on his brother, turns on most of his friends, and the only thing different from last year, from a couple months ago, is the fact that there's a new woman. Of course you are gonna say like, this woman is trouble, and there is no F B I secret, there is no nothing. She's just the internship at the F B I. There is like, it's not so glamorous, you know, like there is no secret plan, no conspiracy. It's just that this woman wants to have this guy because this guy has money, this guy is tall, this is a nice guy, so she wants to have this guy, but not in a healthy way, instead in a toxic way. Like, that's what it seemed like. And then I predict this will continue for a while, because all the negative comments are really getting into him. You can really see he gets angry in that video, and that is not good. He is so off focus. And this woman is so toxic, like I've said. We all know somebody like this. In this situation, it's not nice. And he also said he is taking a break off for about a month. And I have to say, like, with this kind of professional, like whatever you call it, the YouTube hustle that he has, with this kind of a hustle, it is not a good idea to take a break, in my opinion. Because he has to memorize all these languages, he has to be able to communicate, he has been doing this so long. If he stops now, it will be difficult to get back, and it will be difficult to continue. We can see from all creative people and language-based people, when they take a break, there's always that slump. And also with how YouTube works, they're gonna, you know, keep uploading some older stuff, but still, like, the way YouTube works, this is not good. And also he said he will keep up these drama videos as long as Mark keeps his up. And we know this is gonna continue, because I don't know what Mark is doing behind the scenes, but they want to communicate somehow. And if he does not communicate somehow, it's just gonna be a mess. And it will continue for a long time. And I will keep following it. Now that, because of Corona and some other problems, there is time. At least for a while. So at least this month I will keep following. I hope they come to some peaceful conclusion, but it's also getting more difficult, because he said he's now in Oklahoma. So he went from, as far as I understand, from Arizona to Oklahoma. So now they're not even in the same state anymore. So all this peaceful stuff is gonna be more difficult, and he's cutting off everybody. And also one more thing about this video that came to my mind is that, you know, when you have this cake, which in this case is this YouTube career, you have this cake, this sweet cake that Moses made with the ingredients from YouTube. He made that cake, and now everybody wants a piece of that cake. So, you know, your brother wants a piece of the cake, the friends wants a piece of the cake, and not all the friends can contribute equally, but you still want to give them part of that cake. You can't eat all the cake, it will make you sick if you eat all the cake alone. So you have to share it a little bit. So you just, who do you want to give it to? Do you want to give it to your day one people who care about you, even if they are not the most, you know, hardworking? And your brother who is hardworking and who does care about you, even if he has some beliefs or attitudes that are different from yours? Or are you gonna give it to some random woman who just arrived, who you have known by email for years, but really you have only known for a couple of months, and you are gonna give half of the cake to this woman? Like, come on, man, you have kids you have to feed with that cake. Okay? That is all from now. Let's hope the next video is gonna be about, okay, they made peace. Let's get back to watching some language videos, but let's see. Let's just see.